Right now at noon, preventing price collusion, the joint proposal looking to help those wanting to rent. Plus, the Trump administration plans to cut more than 90% of foreign aid contracts. Their latest moves to downsize the federal government. This is News 3 Now at noon. Thanks for joining us. I'm Josh Breiter. Dane County Executive Melissa Agar just unveiled new plans for the Dane County Regional Airport and Alliant Energy Center. The Energy Center project will look to revamp the center and the Veterans Memorial Coliseum. Both will cost roughly $150 million. Construction could begin as early as 2026 and be completed by 2027 or 2028.
People drive by it all the time, and I think one of the things that many people will say is it's really underutilized. There's so much opportunity there. And I would love to see that campus booked with amazing events all of the time.
The county is also looking to get international designation for the airport. This would mean allowing air carriers to provide international flights out of Dane County. There's no cost or timeline out for this project yet. A new joint proposal looks to prevent price collusion among landlords in Wisconsin. State Senator Kelda Roys of Madison and Representative Brienne Brown of Whitewater are drafting the bill. It would prohibit landlords from buying online price collusion software as a service. The offerings use private data from property owners to build algorithms that suggest optimal pricing strategies for maximum profits. Senator Roys took aim at skyrocketing housing costs. In a statement to News 3 Now, it reads, quote, "Housing costs are rising fast enough without letting landlords use computer-aided illegal price fixing schemes. This legislation will help stop big tech companies from ripping off Wisconsin renters," end quote. Representative Brown echoes this sentiment in her own statement. She says, quote, "Rents have skyrocketed since the pandemic, and the problem is not getting any better. This bill is an important first step in stopping predatory landlords from colluding with each other to further inflate rent and prevent working Wisconsinites from thriving." If you live in the Wisconsin Dells, you can now buy a local parking pass. The city's police department announced the program, although passes have been on sale for a week now. They cost $15 each to qualify. You have to bring a proof of residency or employment within the school district's boundaries. The passes are valid in Lot 3 on North Oak Street and Lot 7 behind the city's municipal building. Well, we are staying mild but breezy to end the work week. First Warn meteorologist Savannah Brito is out on the weather patio. Hi, Savannah.
Hi, Josh. Yeah, it's already breezy outside right now. The temperature is not too bad, but our wind speeds have really improved since what we have seen this morning. Those picking up to about 15 to 20 miles per hour. That's without the wind gusts, though, taken into consideration. Those are sustained winds. You see the numbers there out of the northwest. That's pulling in a little bit cooler air than what we had yesterday. 41 right now. Still expecting that high to reach about 45 later this afternoon. That's the high today in Madison. 53 then tomorrow. Not going to be as nice, unfortunately, though, compared to what we had Monday and Tuesday. It won't be sole sunshine like we had on Tuesday, and it'll be really breezy. Winds are actually going to be even stronger tomorrow afternoon, gusting up to 40 miles per hour at times. And then Saturday and Sunday temperatures dip a little bit. Monday, we're right back up to the upper 40s, but we do have a couple of changes as far as precipitation. Tuesday into Wednesday is our next best chance. Our drought monitor did see a little bit of a change. Now you can see southeastern Dane County, just southeast of the city of Madison, now reporting moderate drought conditions. Viroqua, La Crosse, Platteville, Janesville, Monroe, Watertown, Waukesha, all of those areas seeing moderate drought conditions. That's the tan color. The only areas really are Camp Douglas and Wautoma in southern Wisconsin that are not seeing that. The yellow color is abnormally dry, but we'll time out all the upcoming rain chances in your forecast. There are luckily a couple, so hopefully we can start to see a little bit of improvement on this, Josh.
All right, Savannah, we'll see you in full weather in just a few minutes.
Sounds good.
USAID workers are clearing out their workspaces today as the agency that provides humanitarian aid overseas gets dismantled. It comes as the Trump administration announced plans for much bigger cuts in the federal workforce. Natalie Brand is at the White House.
Supporters clapped as former USAID employees collected their belongings from the agency's now closed Washington headquarters. The moment brought some to tears.
I just wanted them to know that I appreciated the 20 years that we spent together protecting the American people from deadly pandemic diseases and ensuring that people throughout the world understood that America is great because America is good.
Staffers at the U.S. Agency for International Development are clearing out as the Trump administration slashes foreign aid. CBS News has confirmed a nearly 90% cut in foreign aid contracts, totaling nearly $60 billion. While the USAID has been a key target for President Trump's downsizing, the administration is giving all government agencies about 2 weeks to submit plans for reorganization and prepare for what it calls large-scale reduction in force or mass layoffs.
The new memo notes agencies should look at duplication and positions that are non-critical. Elon Musk, the Department of Government Efficiency's top advisor, hasn't put a number on coming layoffs.
We wish to keep everyone who is doing a job that is essential and doing that job well.
But unions say so far the firings have been reckless.
These are critical positions, and they're not just wasteful positions.
Among the thousands of newly hired workers laid off last week, dozens of IRS staffers in Ogden, Utah, home to one of the biggest IRS processing centers.
These are the people who process your tax returns. These are the people who get your refunds out to you.
The 6,700 cuts at the IRS are among the largest agency firings to date, just as tax season ramps up. Natalie Brand, CBS News, the White House.
In a legal win for the Trump administration overnight, Chief Justice John Roberts paused a lower court's midnight deadline for the State Department and USAID to pay $2 billion in foreign assistance for projects already completed. Justice Roberts' order gives the High Court more time to review that case. Right now, the Wisconsin Legislative Black Caucus is holding their Black Advocacy Day at the state capitol. This comes as we celebrate Black History Month. Tanisha Shah is live at the Capitol for us this afternoon. Hi, Tanisha.
Hey Josh, yes, I'm here at the Capitol in the Rotunda where they're celebrating Black Advocacy Day hosted by the Wisconsin Legislative Black Caucus. Right now is lunchtime, so people are kind of relaxing. They're putting their feet up and they're getting some Subway, but they're also hosting a panel discussion that is underway right now. It's on a delay though. So let's take a look as people continue to fill these seats. There's a lot of people on this list who are contributing to this panel discussion. There are Black leaders, some of them that we know locally, like Wanakee Superintendent and Beloit's police chief. Now, there's much more going on today. Throughout the day, they're going to be discussing things like housing, education, health care, and more. Right now, there's also a festival and a Black Business Expo going on at the Madison Concourse Hotel. That's till about 6 p.m. And there's also something labeled Advocacy Time with community leaders like the Urban League, NAACP, and members of the Divine Nine. The night ends with a reception hosted by the governor. Now again, I've been here really soaking up this energy, celebrating Black History Month and seeing where how Black legislators are feeling. Earlier today, I talked to Senator Dora Drake, who is the chair of this event, and I also talked to a Wisconsin historian, Dr. Claiborne Benson. He runs the Wisconsin Black Historical Society. I'll have more on those interviews and more on a recap, I should say, on this day during our evening shows and tonight at 10 p.m. Reporting in Madison, Tanisha Shah, News 3 Now.
All right, Tanisha, we'll look forward to that reporting later on. Thank you. Still ahead for us on a Thursday afternoon, why Ritz Crackers is spicing up its lineup with a new flavor, plus how the Trump administration is trying to crack down on surging egg prices.
The Trump administration is looking at boosting egg imports to help crack surging prices due to bird flu. The U.S. Department of Agriculture says it's putting more than $1 billion toward fighting bird flu, providing relief for affected farmers, and developing a bird flu vaccine. According to Consumer Price Index data, egg prices jumped more than 50% in January compared to the year before. President Donald Trump says he is revoking a permit that allowed Chevron to pump and export oil from Venezuela. On social media, the president said he is ending the agreement because Venezuela's leader has not met certain democratic electoral conditions and because the country is not transporting its citizens from the U.S. fast enough. The Chevron permit was granted back in 2022 by the Biden administration, and it has been responsible for about a quarter of Venezuela's oil exports. And Ritz Crackers is spicing up its lineup with its new hot honey flavor. The company says the snack combines its iconic buttery flavored richness with fiery sweetness. The new hot honey Ritz Crackers will be sold at major retailers nationwide. That's your CBS News Money Watch report. For more, log on to cbsmoneywatch.com. At the CBS Broadcast Center, I'm Chanel Call.
Here's the stock report at the noon hour. The Dow is up 238 points. NASDAQ is down 136, and the S&P 500 down this hour 16. Pam Yankee is back with the farm numbers ahead, and Savannah has the first warn forecast. Then later on Live at 4, the Madison Ballet and the Wisconsin Chamber Orchestra team up for a special performance. Welcome back this afternoon. Let's check in now with Pam Yankee from the Midwest Farm Report. Hi, Pam. We missed you.
Yeah, I know, buddy. I've been traversing the state back and forth, so it's nice to be in one spot for just a little while. Although the weather has been cooperating for anybody that's had to log the miles like I have. And in fact, the weather has really been helpful for Wisconsin farmers to make the trip down to Madison. Yesterday, for example, there were about 35 Wisconsin corn growers, soybean growers, and people from the biofuels industry that were having some of the first conversation with some of their representatives as well as senators. Remember, since we realigned some of those districts, this may be the first time that some of these folks have had to engage in a conversation about agriculture. Sarah Stelter, who's the immediate past president of the Wisconsin Soybean Association, told us they had a couple bullet points that they really wanted to share with everybody, and they had a chance to meet with over a dozen lawmakers. Number one was trying to make sure that Wisconsin gets on board with an incentive program for use of biofuels. We are the only state in the Midwest that does not have a state-level biofuels tax credit. Incentives would be about a 5-cent per gallon tax credit for higher blends, E15, E85. And like I said, Wisconsin's on the outside looking in on that for right now. They also want to make sure that financial commitment is kept for the Agriculture Road Improvement Program. We call it ARIP. They'd like to see the money escalated to more than $150 million if they can. Again, like I said, very popular with farmers in the rural communities, just trying to make sure that their roads, their bridges, their infrastructure stays up to the heavy weights that agriculture is relying on to transport a lot of goods and services. And especially now with the way the roads are, with the softer ground out there, this is really an important topic for conversation. So they had that yesterday. Next opportunity for everybody down at the state capitol comes up. Ag Day at the Capitol, March 26th. Barrel cheese today in Chicago up a penny at $1.80.5. 40-pound block cheese stand still. The AA butter on a Thursday, penny stronger, $2.34.5 per pound. And on that note, yeah, good day to get outside, take a breath of fresh air. It's not necessarily pretty, though. This is kind of the ugly stage of Wisconsin at this time of the year. You know what I mean?
Everything's so muddy. Everything's still dead. Yeah, but we're getting there, right? Like some glimpse of hope at least.
Right. That's right. Early glimpses.
There you go. We know there will still probably be some winter yet, though. We live in Wisconsin, right? All right, Pam. Well, you have a wonderful afternoon. Almost Friday. We'll see you tomorrow.
Sounds good.
Time now for your certified most accurate forecast. First storm meteorologist Savannah Brito is here with the weather right now. Another nice day. Look at that sunshine.
I know. Pam's reaction also was exactly my reaction. All that mud and, the cooler weather, but it's still in the 40s this afternoon. We have the sunshine out there. It's breezy, though. That's the big thing this afternoon. We actually have current winds gusting up to about 25 to 30 miles per hour. A couple areas have seen those numbers exceed that 35 mile per hour threshold, though. We'll see that all across the map tomorrow. Temperatures, though, topping out about 44 this afternoon. We're at 41 right now, so we still have a little bit more to go before we get there. Anything on radar? We had a couple of very spotty showers this morning. That long moved out of here. Any activities really well northeast of here over Lake Michigan. Couple of spotty flurries showing up kind of just west of Manitowoc and Sheboygan. Most of us will stay dry. Can't rule out a very stray area that sees a drizzle, but clouds continue to clear and will be mostly clear then by late afternoon, early evening, as temperatures do warm all the way into the lower to mid 40s this afternoon. Still not as warm as what we started the work week out. Monday and Tuesday were beautiful. We had a lot of sunshine out there Tuesday. We'll see that rebound a little bit for Friday. I think we'll start the day off cooler, though. Temperatures drop to 32. A little bit of sunshine to start the morning. And then we have spotty showers around the lunchtime hour. That'll continue through the evening before moving out of here. I think as temperatures fall, we'll be near 50 tomorrow. Most of us are expecting the lower 50s, upper 40s, lower 50s. We have those spotty showers, winds gusting really strong strong, and then temperatures fall really quickly. This is already 9:30 tomorrow evening, showing a temperature reading of 30 in Madison. So temperatures fall pretty quickly, will actually fall all the way into the lower 20s, and then sky conditions clear into Saturday. We'll have the sunshine, but it stays breezy over the weekend, so we'll be battling breezy conditions, and temperatures Saturday afternoon only reaching about 32. So it'll still be pretty cool out there for the weekend compared to what we have been seeing. Winds, though, gusting up to about 15 miles per hour later this evening. They die down a little bit overnight, but they rebound back out of the south, and those are going to increase about 25 miles per hour. That's already 4:30 tomorrow morning, but then they're going to increase even more back out of the northwest. Then this is 1 p.m. Friday afternoon. Some of us could reach wind gusts close to about 40 miles per hour, maybe even 45 at times. So yes, really breezy, but windy. And then after that, it stays breezy through the remainder of the weekend. Our eyes are on Tuesday's system. This is actually going to bring a severe weather outbreak, likely some stronger tornadoes to portions well south of here. This orange color south of Memphis and east of Dallas, that's where there's a 30% chance. And 6 days out, that confidence is very high for that severe weather. For us, the system will actually still make its way to Wisconsin, southern Wisconsin included, as rain, though, because temperatures Tuesday here not quite warm enough to see severe weather, but they'll still be warm enough where we won't see snow, at least to start. I think that transitions over to freezing rain, and then we'll see some snow to end that system. So big system going to impact several states, but looking forward for the sunshine, maybe what's to come after, but not those temperatures, Josh, at the end of the 10-day. You see those upper 30s. So.
A little bit of a mixed bag forecast, but at least we know this time of the year we're going to have those glimpses of hope here and there.
And it's the first weekend of March this weekend, full week of March next week. So
all right,
there's some bright news.
Thank you, Savannah.
You're welcome.
Now let's see what Howard's working on in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen.
A few weeks ago, I looked at my calendar as we started laying out recipes for the weeks ahead. I have to tell you, it seems like every other day there's some kind of holiday, whether it's official or not. Everything from Valentine's Day and President's Day to National Cheese Day and Employee Appreciation Day, just to name a few. But one that I really love is National Chili Day. So to celebrate it, I thought I'd share a chili recipe that's always a winner. In a large pot, we saute some ground beef with a couple of chopped onions, some chopped pepper, and garlic. Once the beef is browned and drained, we add a couple cans of crushed tomatoes, tomato sauce, a good amount of chili powder, and a bunch of off-the-shelf spices. Now we'll let this simmer until all the flavors come together. If only cooking for all the holidays was this easy. Serve this up along with your favorite toppings and go to town. To get the recipe, just hop on our website and search for what we call Champion Chili. I know you'll be glad you did. I'm Howard in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen, where today we found an easy one-pot way for you to say, ooh, it's so good.
Coming up next at noon, we'll introduce you to our Pets of the Week from the Dane County Humane Society. Well, it is Thursday, which means it's time for Potentially Yours. Amy Good from the Dane County Humane Society is joining us with our Pets of the Week. And of course, Savannah's happy to be here on a Thursday, too.
Absolutely.
This
Thursday's
is usually
the best
Blaze's
day.
favorite day here.
I know, and you said he holds a puppy.
During the
I wish I
whole
could
weather
do that.
forecast, I
That's
know.
Impressive.
Yes, it is. Hey, two really special guests here for us today.
Yes, so I have Miss Daisy in my lap. She's having a little chomp here. And this is Dale.
Oh, and this is part of the same crew that we had last week.
Right, so last week we had Jiminy and Cricket. That's not true, we had Jiminy and Pluto.
Pluto, yes.
Cricket's another one in the litter.
Oh
There's
my
10
gosh.
of them, so it's hard to keep them all straight.
Yes.
But Pluto did the weather last week and was adopted the same day.
Oh, I love that.
Jiminy is still available, and so are these two girls and 3 more in the litter.
Wow,
so we still have a
okay.
few of them left.
So still plenty. So tell us
Yes.
about these two.
So these are now 9-week-old puppies
Okay.
that came up to us from Mississippi 2 weeks ago. So they're definitely puppies. We're
Yeah.
seeing a lot of the nibbling and chewing, and that's
The curiosity is there.
Yes, but also the starting to fall asleep after we've had our playtime too. So it's kind of that perfect mix of puppy fun and puppy snuggles and sleepy times. So they're just going to need some guidance as they're youngsters, right? And they'll be wonderful family pets.
And there's also something to be said about that, is you can kind of train them for your household too. So you can start them young and then they're yours, right?
Exactly. They're still very malleable at this age.
Awesome. Well, Amy, thank you so much.
thank
Savannah's
you.
like in heaven right now. I can already tell.
Puppy
Well,
day's
hey,
the best.
just a few days left of Mounds Pet Food Warehouse People for Pets Month. Mounds will match every donation dollar for dollar up to $20,000, meaning your gift will have twice the impact for animals in need. You can round up at the register or stop in and make a donation and help them reach their goal. They're still less than halfway there, and there are only 2 days left at all 4 Madison area locations. Well, we have an update on last week's pets. As Amy mentioned, puppies Pluto and Jiminy. Well, Pluto found a forever home. Jiminy's still looking for that adopted family. So if you are interested in adopting Dale, Daisy, Jiminy, or checking out other animals, just go to Dane County or giveshelter.org. And Savannah's going to be a great day to get the dogs out for a walk.
Absolutely. We're seeing a lot of that sunshine. Temperatures are going to be a little bit cooler than they have been on Thursday afternoon, but it'll still feel nice, the lower to mid 40s. Breezy though today and tomorrow, and then cooler for the weekend, 30s. We got temperatures back into the 50-degree mark range by Monday and Tuesday, and then that big system Tuesday and Wednesday.
All right, it's just muddy paws season. That's the only thing with the pets outside. Thanks for joining us today, dude. Have a lovely day.